Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Misfits '06 since it happened this past weekend, right? And so, getting into it, I want to just talk about the overall highlights of the Misfits card that happened in New Orleans, right? We're going to start off with the Chase Moore situation. I want to keep this short and simple. Chase Moore, he got disqualified for ground and pounding against Stevie Knight, and honestly, it's a very serious matter, right? You can't really do that. You have to know the rules that, when someone's down on the ground, you can't punch in because it's very dangerous. And that boxing's a very dangerous sport at the end of the day. People die in this sport. And so that's why I might not get in the boxing ring. I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of risk getting into a boxing ring, but hey, I don't mind watching it. I mind watching people box. I have a lot of respect towards boxers at the end of the day. So with that happening, right? Chase Moore, he's going to be suspended for a year. I saw this on Twitter. If that is real, I've been seeing that the suspension will be happening with Chase Moore. Well, I think Stevie Knight, a DTG, or a Godson, I think it's a good fucking fight coming back from that unfortunate fight that happened between them. Another one I want to highlight is the OJ Rose fight. I got that prediction wrong, but I was team OJ Rose. He's been on the show before. Massive respect to OJ. Getting that win against a legend in Kimbo Slice Jr. surprised a lot of people. Might have been one of the biggest upsets in Misfits history. Might have been maybe in debate between the Nick Lamal fight as well. OJ, but where does OJ fight? I think OJ Rose versus B Dave would be a good fight to happen in Nashville, Tennessee. Misfits 008. It's in America. And B Dave and OJ has a little bit of history so far, right? With one end, B Dave talking about how he got the better end of a sparring match that they had against each other, and OJ calling out B Dave, being like, "Hey, let's run it back." And so having them both on for a Misfits fight would actually be very entertaining, right? B Dave has been talking about this fight on his Twitch channel. So both of them being on my show actually. Shout out to both B Dave and OJ Rose. I would love to see that match. I would love to see both of them fight. Next, Mini Converse Jake the Viking. So this match ended up being a draw, which is I think it is a good thing to happen because the next fight would be bigger, to be honest. More people would be entertained seeing this match because one ended in a draw and two rematches are always bigger, right? So both of them going against each other, I think there's going to be a lot more shit talking, to be honest, because I feel like both of them feel that they won the fight. So with rematches and it being a draw would just overall be a better and bigger fight. So I'm excited to see when that will happen. If I have to guess, maybe Misfits '08, Misfits '09, Minicon and Jake the Viking can go at it again. I would love to see it. This next one, Uncle Pizza versus Yuddy Gang TV. Uncle Pizza in his Misfits debut did a good job. I think they both did a good job, to be honest. It was unfortunate Yuddy Gang TV got a point taken away because he kept dropping his mouthpiece. It was his first fight, and I feel like they can both bounce back and both have a good career in this influencer boxing scene. I would like to see Uncle Pizza go against Evil Hero or A-Pop, which I'll talk about next, or Pulley if he wants to challenge himself. I think those are three fights that Uncle Pizza could go against. Now talking about the A-Pop versus Waleed Sharks fight. Waleed Sharks and his motive of taking this fight against A-Pop is that I want to make a statement. I want to make that knockout. And well, Waleed did. Waleed got that knockout against A-Pop, right? Which caused both Waleed and Dean to go back and forth during the Misfits '06 fight. And where do I see Waleed fighting next? If it isn't a Dean fight, I'd say either Adam Sala or Pulley. Adam Sala getting that rematch would be bigger, and if Waleed gets that win, it will get more eyes onto the fight in terms of, hey, Waleed went against a very good fighter in Adam, right? Now going against that, now if he took the Pulley fight, Pulley went against Dean the Great in Misfits '05. They went to decision. If Waleed does it better, more eyes onto the Dean and Waleed fight, even though there's already multiple eyes onto the fight, but Waleed will have that. I think will have a little bit of leverage because he does it better of winning against Pulley, can use it for his leverage, right? So those are two fights that I think that Waleed should take if he can't fight Dean. Now going on to the co-main, Paul Bamba versus Chris Avila. I have a lot of respect for Paul. I've talked to him before, and numerous times. He's a wonderful person, and I have a lot of respect for him. As someone who took a tough fight. Number one, in Chris Avila, and number two, for the toughness he has, he took a lot of shots against Chris Avila, man. And I feel like 90% of the Misfits fighters, if they were to take the shots that Chris Avila did, that they would fold. And Paul Bamba fought through it at the end of the day. And so, shout out to Paul for hanging in there against someone tough as Chris Avila. And with Chris Avila in his next fight, it's tough to say. I know he wants either Logan, Jake, or KSI because of the money fights. I personally don't see that happening. So I feel like maybe Chris Avila could go against a Raksu because they both Chris Avila and Ashley Raksu. I think they're both they're both tough fighters, and I feel like that can be a good fight. And Raksu does like to challenge himself a lot. Now going on to the main event, JMX against Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell went to the decision against JMX. Have a lot of respect for both of the fighters. JMX, by hanging in there against someone as tough as Le'Veon Bell, and Le'Veon Bell getting that win. Le'Veon Bell has to fight Logan Paul. He has to fight against Logan Paul. It would be a very big fight. It could happen in America, right? Where Le'Veon Bell, he has that football career, and a lot of people, following his journey into the boxing community. And Logan Paul being Logan Paul, that person who's fought in WWE, who's a co-owner in Prime. So both of them being a main event in maybe November would be great. I think it'd be a great payday for Le'Veon Bell because he deserves it. And Logan Paul coming back and getting his first fight, who is going to be the winner between Jam X and Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell got that win, so both of them should go at it. And when the time comes, I'll give you my prediction on that. But anyways, if you guys like this video, please subscribe for more videos just like this. I'm about to have a Kingpin video coming out soon, so stay tuned for that because I have a lot of stuff to say about the Kingpin tournament. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.